I'm Chris Myers, farm manager here at Total Seed Production. We're back today to talk about the 1725C corn planters, and that's what's in focus. We're back to talk about the 1725C corn planters that were new for us this year. We had a lot of excitement going into spring with the new corn planters, the new technology. We had a lot to learn with these things and want to talk with you some of the things we learned, what worked well for us, and what our plans are for next year. So overall, we were very excited with the investment we made this spring of these corn planters. The couple of the key areas that we were wanting to highlight and improve on was our efficiencies, our speed, our planter performance. Overall, everything went pretty well. One of the big things we were focused on this past year was pinch rows. Pinch rows has always been something we fought a lot with our previous corn planters. With the type of soils that we have a little more mellow soils. Pinch rows were always an issue with the wheels on the planters. So going to this stack fold planter, which was mounted on these RX tractors, distributed the weight across the tracks a lot better than what our previous planters did. So our pinch row reduction was really, really good. Was actually surprised with how well that did this year. Another area we were wanting to improve on was just our overall efficiencies. So whether that would be planting speed in the field or turning on the end rows. With our bigger planters, we're running 50-foot end rows. With these planters here, we're able to design our fields to only have 40-foot end rows. So gain some extra acres, but also the efficiency turning around at the end of the field. These were so much faster than our big 20-row planters. We still ran one of our 20-row planters this year and two of these stack folds. And when they're running in the same field, these 16-row planters, even though they're a smaller planter, we're planting way more acres per hour than that 20-row planter was. So, from an efficiency on the end rows, but also just planter speed, with having the exact merge planter units on this thing, the brush belt delivery system, the high-speed tubes, the overall planter speed. This year we did some trials with some high speeds. We had one field that we had planted. It was an average of 11.3 miles per hour across a 300-acre field. We're averaging 46 acres per hour on that. So we had both of these planters in that one field, and we planted those 300 acres in a little over 3.5 hours. So that was pretty cool to see. Also, even at those higher speeds, one thing that we really were impressed with and were impressed all year long, no matter what speed we were running, was the seed spacing. It was as close to perfect as you could get. With seed corn, some of our seed sizes aren't great for spacing and the meters to be able to handle that. But these planters did an exceptional job with that, and our seed spacing was probably better than we would have anticipated, even at those higher speeds. Most of the year, we were targeting that 8 to 9 miles per hour range, which from a corn planting standpoint is still really fast. But we're able to push those limits and run up there to that 12 and even dabble in the 13 mile an hour range just a little bit as a test. So still collecting data and trying to put some real numbers to that in comparisons of the 8 miles per hour and the 6 mile an hour fields we did compared to that 10 to 12 miles per hour. So overall, really happy with that. A couple other features that we really liked, we battled in the past, was our liquid fertilizer system. So the delivery system on here using the exact rate was incredibly accurate. We switched to liquid insecticide mixing in with the starter fertilizer. That was a really nice improvement this year, not having to use the granular insecticide. So just a lot safer, but also more accurate placement of that insecticide in the furrow. So we're really happy with that. And then the other piece that was a huge benefit this year was we switched over to Green Star system, worked with John Deere, and utilizing the John Deere operations platform. And so we have a lot of field changes. Our fields are cut up in a lot of different crop zones within a field, and those changes happen quite a bit throughout the season. So having the ability to make a quick change in the John Deere Operations Center and send it to all the displays almost instantaneously via data sync was a huge improvement to our efficiency, keeping machines around the field and not sitting at the edge of the field waiting on the new scripts to come in. So overall, very happy with these machines. I would consider this a very successful spring with the first year running these things, with the learning curve that we had. And the plans for next year is to order a third one of these and have 3 of these running for next spring. So thanks for coming back and watching how our spring went with these new 1725 seed corn planters. And that's what's in focus.